Now, I've not been doing Airsoft for very long, only about 6 or 7 months, and due to the legislation in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, I've only recently been able to acquire guns that are not in two-tone. And if I was able to buy them, well, it's like being a kid in a candy store at that point. So the first thing I got for Christmas, it's this lovely Mark 18 by Double Bell, which as I said, I got for Christmas. And then when I got my Yukara, well, as I said, kid in a candy store, I had to get 2 lovely guns. Well, I say lovely, one lovely one and one meme gun. So this here is a Glock 18C. That's in a lovely two-tone pink. It's actually in the plastic. It's not coloured with paint or anything like that, and it's really funny to shoot because it's fully automatic. It's just brilliant. Now this, however, is a lovely Sand Viper from Terran Tactical. Well, in actuality, it's from Army Armament, and I do quite like it. It's got a very nice trigger pull, all that kind of shaz. Right. And I got those from my go-to website, Patrol Base. Other sites are available, and the prices on these guns can range quite drastically. Take, for example, that Glock 18C there, which is about £79, which is about the kind of mid-range for most TM EU pistols. And of course, the benefit with that Glock 18 is since it's got that pink lower, it doesn't need a UCAR or anything else to buy it because it's in two-tone, essentially. And then as for the Sand Viper, it's about £179, which is towards a higher range. Obviously, you can go higher, but you're looking at much more kind of greater CNC detail, maybe a lot more ornamental kind of stuff around it, and probably more likely very exotic forms of pistols. Now, both of those prices, however, pale in comparison to these 2 guns I found on, I think it was called the Model Toy Shop or something like that. It's a store here. I'm imagining it's like an Airsoft Toys R Us. So what we have here is a Walther P99 and a high capper, which is ostensibly the same pattern as the Sand Viper, but the Sand Viper's just got a different shape of body. But it is technically a high capper. It takes high capper mags and all that kind of stuff. Right, so I would say I wish I had a stand for these, but you physically can't. I can stand that one up, okay? That's fine. That's fine. If I use the mag to prop it up. This is big brain idea. Yes, oh dear. There you are. This here high cap I got here for around £20, and this one is a Walther P99, as I said, and I got it for a whopping £4.99. Lovely price. However, are they worth it? I'd say they are worth it as a meme gun. Wait, can this? Oh my god, I didn't realise that. Okay, that's cool. It's got replaceable base plates if you really want to do it. I mean, it's not a standard size base plate, so you can't exactly swap it for something cooler, like metal, unless you have a CNC machine, but that is cool. And for £20, if this is really an all-metal pistol, that's not bad. But this, £5, that's about the price of a pint in anywhere that isn't a Wetherspoons here in the UK. I don't think you can really complain about something that's this price. I mean, they would make excellent meme guns. And by the way, as a quick aside, when taking these out of the box, I noticed that there is a little bit of, if you can see down the barrel there, hate to show you the barrel, but there's a bit of flashing down there from where it came out of the mould. I do not know how to take these apart yet. I'll probably take these apart at some point during this video, hopefully, maybe. And also, it's interesting that, I don't know if that's the actual inner barrel itself, but I'm seeing something there that is split in half. So it could be the barrel is kind of injection molded in halves, which bizarre. And I should first talk about the specs of these guns. This one here, the Walther P99, claims a whopping 150 feet per second. And this here, High Kappa, claims a actually quite reasonable 250 feet per second. But here's the catch. Both of those are claimed with using 0.12 gram BBs. Now, I did not know that these existed, but as this lovely styrofoam box that the P99 came in, I'll put that down before that falls over, you will see a small bag of 0.12 gram BBs, which I will be using to test fire them to check their claimed speeds. How big's the... No, it's not that big, no. Sorry, I was just looking through the box and noticed that there's a hole in the side there, and it didn't come in two pieces, or it's not where the mag goes or anything, so I don't know where that's come from exactly. Bizarre. The magazines are weird. Single feed, from what I can tell, as opposed to what you would typically have with a High Kappa or an EU series. You'd have a double feed magazine. It's not that it's not wide enough, it's just, I don't know, they just decided to cut corners there. This one actually does have a space requirement, so obviously that's only a single feed there. Surprisingly weighty. I don't know why these mags are so weighty. This mag here is so weighty. I'm assuming it's so that you can have a nice and clean eject on it, but yeah, it is quite. It's quite chunky. It's got some weight to it, some girth. Now, as to the mold flashing that I mentioned, I will have a talk about at the end as to why I believe that is, as I do have a theory. Albeit a half-assed and probably not right theory. Another thing as well is this P99, it's not full scale, as you could probably tell. This is a full scale, 1-to-1 scale of a High Kappa 2011 series. But this is only 2/3 scale, which means that not only is it tiny and quite possibly the best meme gun to kill someone with, it doesn't use its normal mag release, which I'm not surprised, as most of these buttons on here, for example, the safety catch doesn't work, the grip safety doesn't work, the slide catch obviously doesn't work because it has no need because it's a spring gun, and there's a bit more. So they've molded in a fake bolt. Even the trigger itself does not work like a normal trigger in that it would slide back. Instead, it acts as a pivoting trigger, or however you would describe that kind of trigger. So yeah, all in all, these don't work. The takedown lever, for example, doesn't work like a normal one. But this, yeah, you've got again the safety not the safety, the slide lock there, which does not lock the slide back again. The rail, I don't know what the rail fits on, because it's not big enough for a Picatinny. Even I don't think that one is big enough for a Picatinny. So you'd have to make a custom kind of setup for it. I don't think it's even Weaver. It doesn't look like Weaver. Oh, there's a bit of kind of residue. I don't know if there's like kind of lubricant in there, but yeah. Just things as well to gauge the quality. So pulling these back, It's quite the thing to pull back. Got a very nice noise as well. I'll deal with that mold flashing in a second, because obviously we can't shoot it with the mold flashing still there. That one's very loud. It's not a quiet gun in the slightest. And it's interesting to show that this actually has a threaded barrel, but you can see that it is definitely metal. The actual part of the barrel that's threaded is definitely metal. However, I don't know if it's the directions of the threads. This is a counterclockwise thread. It's actually no, I think it's the size in actuality. It's that this is ever so slightly too small. It's like a mil or two, too shallow, and so it can actually bite onto the thread. So there's no point in having a threaded barrel, really. And what your first thought about spring guns is that, well, they must be very cheap and very not used, only really relegated to your cheap spring air rifles. But no, they are actually quite consistent and quite often quite good. Take, for example, this lovely SSG 96 from Norwich, or however the fuck you pronounce them. I don't even know how to spell them. So, yeah. This is like these two pistols. It is a spring-powered thing, and it is an incredibly consistent rifle. It is lovely, and I need to get out to use it at some point, because I haven't been out to a game since I've got to this. So yeah, that's just to show that not just because it's a spring gun doesn't mean it's terrible. There it is. So, may as well quickly... Oh dear, the barrel rotates when I do that. That's always fun. I should say, I don't know if these have hop-ups. I'd probably hazard to say they don't have hop-ups. Even if they did, to get to the hop-up, you'd have to take off... Yeah, do a complete strip down to its bare balls. Whereas the other ones, you can just simply do the stripping off the top slide. And from there, you can modify the hop-up bit here. It's quite a fucking hilarious, just to... I'm actually flexing the plastic as I press down there. That is incredible. Anyway, let's get testing, shall we? So now I've just cleared out the flashing. Let's try shooting this thing. So. Now it's at this precise moment when you put your kit on, you start to question why. Why, when it is currently the... I don't have my watch on at the moment, but it would tell me that it is currently hot as fuck out here. It's probably, I'd say, 17 degrees maybe, but it is sun now and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm starting to question as to why I put all this kit on. And yeah, I'm starting to realise it was a mistake, especially when the fact that your own mother comes up to you and asks why you put all that stuff on, you absolute prat. She's right. Yeah, she is 100% right. fuck's sake. So yeah, well, first off, obviously we got this, which, yeah. Okay. I don't think this has a setting for 0.12 gram BBs, because why the fuck would it? So it's currently set to 2 5s. I guess divided by 2 and a bit. So that's brilliant. Okay. So if one goes up and goes, pew, respectable. 236. 234. Not bad. 235. Now, also, I've noticed as well is you can somewhat kind of John Wick it. This was easier. I did do it the other day, where I did it, and the base plate has come flying off. So that's always fun. Let's see if we can hit that target. Oh, it's going over. Ooh. Now, whilst this isn't the most ideal target to shoot at because it's covered in pig shit, or not pig shit, pigeon shit and well, bird shit and all kinds of shit, and also rain shit. So it's probably stiffened up quite a bit, so it's probably not the easiest thing to hit in the world. I doubt it's going to even penetrate. Oh, it made a hole. I'm actually surprised, to be fair. Oh, I should have brought my speed loader down. Oh, fucking hell. It's got one more thing in there, so see if we can't one-hand it. There we are. Yep. So, you may be wondering, I'm seeing 3 holsters on you. Where's the Walter PP9? Well, actually, you see, it's small enough such that this is actually quite. I only got this today, actually. This front flap or fanny pack thing, but it is actually small enough that it can fit in your little fanny pocket. So that's brilliant. Let's see what this is like. $50. As far as I know, there are no other barrel obstructions. $48. I don't think a 2.5 is going to make it out of the barrel. What's that, sorry? We're looking at 0.015 joules. I think it might be field legal. I think it might just be field legal. Is this already? Oh, it is. Oh. Yep, 51. So we've only got 5 more rounds. Let's see if we can have a pop shot at these targets. Yeah, I am not seeing this breaking that paper in a million years. It is. That fell there. It's got a very. Is it parabolic? I've forgotten. Anyway, it drops like a stone. Even with a. That bounced. Bounced again. Yeah, it's not making it through. Does it even penetrate ground? No. Is that the last one? Ah, fuck it, it's Christmas. It's not actually, it's in the middle of May, but it's something they say. You can arc that a bit. Yeah. So if I pull out this, one sec. Put this away. I'll just. If we take these as a comparison. Oh, shit. Safety's on. this is shooting 2 5-gram BBs, and it's using Vorsk V8 gas, which is slightly higher pressure than normal. So it's just a 327, 320, 314. So yeah, it is kind of outputting quite a bit higher, I'd say, than either of those two pistols. And even this 70 quid Glock, this isn't full auto, but it's not, the sear's not engaging properly. That was 288, 287. See if we can oh, that's brilliant. Never gets old. Who's that? Oh. So yeah. Now, if I were to, hypothetically, take this and press an idiot gun. Okay. I know where that's gone behind me, but bending over and all this shit is not the easiest of things in the world to do. It's hard to... I'm surprised these magazines fed. I won't lie. Whether it'll feed this, I'm not so sure, because these BBs are a lot heavier. Let's put 3 in there for consistency's sake. Actually, no, let's go with 4. We'll try one at the target. I don't think it'll make it to the target, but I'm sure we can try. Some shit on there. So, if we get the old thingamabob out, did that load? Hope it did. Not as bad as I was expecting. That's 144 FPS. So that's 0.24 joules. It's not bad. .46, it's staying around there. Just kind of that 140 something. Ooh, made a hole. Brilliant. So, probably one more in there. Yep, there is. I'm quite surprised with this. That's actually quite good. If I were to recommend one that you would actually use for... To be fair, I wouldn't even recommend it as a meme gun, because you can just use that one, but that one doesn't go that far. But it's essentially a bang bang gun, you know. To be fair, if you shoot at someone, I'm fairly certain they wouldn't even feel it. So now we will humour this and give this a try. Pop that there whilst I grab the other one. So why are you not? There you are. How was your day? Hope it was good. Me, I'm decided to take work time off work to do all this, because I've obviously got a couple of videos lined up. Hopefully trying to get as many of them recorded as I can. Hoping this week to at least get this one and the we're just going to go with 3. I don't see this making it past 1. I'm going to get this and the Airsoft and the, what's a good video? What's the soldering video? Hope to get this and that one recorded this week. Maybe if I can get some of the 3D printing one done. Hopefully that fed. We'll see. You know what's weird? That's not bad. Before it was doing 50 and now it's only doing 34, which, well, 35 actually, because it's 34.9, but that's not bad, to be fair. I was expecting it not to make it out of the barrel. However, time will tell. Extremely stable, 34.3. I would actually recommend this as definitely a meme gun. Just sneak up on someone, pull out your fanny pack, and then just... now, as for the paper, hopefully we should have slightly more energy, and be able to just punch a hole through this. Nope. Nope. Not in a million years would you be able to punch through that. So yeah. Hopefully next I should be tearing these down. Would I recommend them for actual use? Fuck no. Just save your money. Or yeah. Yeah, get a two-tone air rifle. Two-tone ASG or something like that. If you want to start off, just cheapo one. You know, as I was looking on just on patrol base just now. There's like a couple of guns on there that retail for about 140 quid. That's another 10 quid or so for your two-tone, and just like that, got a very capable starter platform. The rifle here, it's only about yeah, you're talking only about 200 quid, I think this was, and you got a very stable 300. Although I can adjust that straight into the 315 mark. That's with a lot of hop on, and the hop on it is incredibly just repeatable. So yeah, I'd recommend some of this. This is a double bell Mark 18. Get in two-tone if you want. Don't get in two-tone if you want. If you do get in two-tone, then acetone. As long as it's all made of metal, acetone should be able to get all that stuff off without touching the metal. But you didn't hear that from me. Kind of. I don't know what the law is really about it. It's a very kind of grey area within the law. That pleasantly surprised me. Well, at least the other one did. But yeah, that is certainly one of the base plate's fallen off again. That is certainly one of the air pistols of all time. One of the airsoft pistols of all time. So yeah. Buyer beware. It's shit, but it's a good kind of shit. It's a funny kind of shit. Probably will wanna take that out. Just, there we are. So yeah. So at this point, it's probably the point you're wondering how could they be this cheap? Well, these are brand new. Okay, they're not used or anything like that, and they're from a retailer. So, as I mentioned with the injection mold flashing, as I mentioned earlier, it could be that these are just from a different product line, and that they're just the slightly effective. But I mean, you could see down here, there's obviously this part here is two parts, but they don't fit together quite well, and there's a small notch there, so it could be that this is a somewhat defective part. not functionally defective, but cosmetically defective, and so they decided to sell that defective stock off to someone else, and then they just make up these. The ghosts are back. So yeah, these could just be mildly defective parts that work just about. I don't know why someone would design something that's only designed to shoot at 150 FPS. Not even that, because it shoots at 50, which is... that is something else. That is literally like you'd have to be point blank and shoot someone with that in order to actually get a... I still love that. That's so good. I think I'll definitely be giving these a try, maybe once or twice at a local field to see how they stack up. So yeah. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, then hit like. If you have anything that you want me to have a look at, maybe another cheap airsoft gun like this, or if you want something a little bit more expensive, then ask in the comments. And if you have any other criticism or any way I can improve, please, everything's welcome. Say in the comments. And if you're wondering as to why there's like a couple of different videos coming out soon that are so abruptly apart from one another, it's not me trying to just trying to find anything for views, really. It's what I want this channel to eventually be, essentially. I'm interested in a lot of stuff and hope to share that with a lot of people out there. So yeah, so for example, there's a video that I should be shooting hopefully the same week as this, which would be the soldering video. If it's not out, then it might be out soon, I don't know. After that, there should be a 3D printing video. And it's 3D printing and just general kind of shenanigans with engineering and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.